Welcome to Wareham High School, everybody. Wareham Sports on Wareham Media. And tonight we have the boys, the defending two-time Division IV state champions, the Wareham Vikings, hosting the Shamrocks from Bishop Feehan High School. Christian Fernandez along with Matt Linz, that's me. And Christian, we're in for a tough one tonight. The Shamrocks are 7-1. This is going to be a tough game.
And they're tall. We always talk about being small and fast and all that. We can't get too much into it, but we don't have Aaron Cody tonight, and he's actually out for the rest of the season. It's medical. We hope he's okay. So we're down a man, and we're down an important man, because Aaron Cody was who made the control of each of the things. Either he set the tone, or he set the place, or he was very vocal with the team.
Yeah. Not
having that, you'll see a lot of what happened last game against Old Rochester. We're hoping not as definitive as what happened in the third quarter. If we're going to lose points, we should lose points, but still put in points. We were almost completely shut out of the third quarter against Old Rochester. We only had 3 points the whole quarter, 1 3-pointer. So we don't want to see that again.
No, I've never seen anything like that. And I know I've only been covering the team for 4 years now, but that is very unlike a Steve Faniel basketball team to be shut down like that. And as you were talking about earlier, Christian, when you come in, you're a non-conference team, you get to pick your schedule. You're choosing these games depending on who you're going to have, but we're going to get more into that later. Right now, it's time for the starting lineups and the national anthems, and we'll be right back after this.
Well, they start with number 34, the 6'9" forward, 2026 junior from Raynham, Brody Bamilia.
Not often that Amari Rose has to look up to somebody, but he does in this case. You know, that was one of the things we spotted right away as soon as we get our roster sheets, Christian, is the size differential is definitely going to favor Feehan in this game.
Under the basket is going to be huge. Rebounds are going to be huge because they don't have to jump very high.
Bamilla's already there. Like that, I expect to see.
Look at how many feet is above him and Bo.
I expect to see him camp out there looking for rebounds.
Cisco's in 4 tonight.
Amari Rose. All right, well, I had it written on as 23 in our sheet. He kind of switches back and forth. Now, I've noticed he usually wears maybe one number for the JV and then another number he puts on 23 when he comes out for the varsity. But, Christian, I want to finish our thoughts that we were talking about in the intro, and the opening kind of snuck up on us, before we knew it. It was time to go with the lineups.
That was number 5.
Jake Webster. But I was starting to say
Amari Rose.
Amari Rose. I may not be able to get a word in here. They're going back and forth so fast. It's 4-2.
Ooh,
1 minute into the game. I wonder if Malachi sold it a little bit. That's Bamilla, and he gets the foul.
Bo is like up to the bottom of his shoulder, not the top of his shoulder.
Brody Bamilla with the basket. Wareham foul on Bo Arruda, his first, team first. Brody Bamilla at the line, shooting 1. But where we are not affiliated with any conference or league, Wareham gets to pick the schedule and pick who they want to face. And when you're looking at that, that's all done prior to the season. You're looking at who your team is and factoring on them being able to play for the entire season. And then when an injury happens and you are forced to lose a player for the remainder of the season, that is really going to have an effect on the team going down the stretch. And we are, I'd say maybe midway through the season here. It's early January. You've got the rest of this month and pretty much all of February. Like, regular season concludes
towards the end of February,
right,
and then we start getting into March with the playoffs.
Right.
That was Bamilla, I think.
Brody Bamilla.
It's already 4-6
Yeah.
in favor of Feehan. 6:15 to go.
We have that invitational tournament that we're always a part of.
Yeah, the Aponicut one.
Amari Rose. Rose ties it up at 6 with just
1
about
foot
6
back.
minutes
Could have
to
got
play.
a 3. Ooh.
They're going to call a foul on LaPointe. We're having a foul on Jace LaPointe, his first, team second. Philip Patello at the line, shooting 2. It was a shooting foul. I think LaPointe was trying to draw the charge, but unable to get his feet set.
It was an iffy call. Because from where I was, I thought that he already had it. But I think he was settling up just as the player came. Got both.
He did, and that puts Feehan back on top by 2. That's Montero. That goes off the top of the backboard, but whoa, look at the block. But Feehan not able to stop it before it goes out of bounds. But again, you got Cisco, who's
fast,
but short. And you said, what about maybe 5'6"? Working against a forward who's 6'9".
Yeah.
It's over a full foot.
If we're going pure, oh no, that's not good.
Good save. That was a good save by Tavares to keep it from going to the backboard.
If we're going purely by what the
nice dish.
But they didn't hit the shot
They
clock.
didn't. Either way, between the going out of bounds and the shot clock violation, it was going back to Feehan, and that's a feed.
He didn't even have to jump for that.
No, he did. Brody Vamilla. But like, look at this. Like, between the rebounds and the blocking, like, which is why it was nice that they went around him and found a rooter on the baseline.
Foul against Webster.
Bishop Feehan foul against Jake Webster, his first, team first.
I mean, he just hangs there.
Right. Well, and that's why. Look, he's just swatting it away. He's making it look easy. Wareham is going to have to start taking deeper shots. Like, they got to find mid-range jumpers, and they're going to have to find threes. Like, you are not going to be able to drive the lane with Bamilla under the hoop like that. He doesn't, like you said, Christian, he doesn't even have to jump. He's just got to reach up.
That was a nice dribble while on the floor. I've never seen that.
See, there you go. But that rattles it and doesn't fall.
Because it was a fallback.
Yeah.
Feehan's not really running hard. We're running wicked hard right now.
Oh, working against LaPointe.
I think I know who's going to be the lead scorer right now.
Brody Vamilla. Again, there is like no effort.
Foul against LaPointe, I think. Yep.
We're in foul against Jace LaPointe, his second, team third.
And that's the other thing.
Philip Patello at the line, shooting 2.
With the height difference,
yeah,
everything that we try to do to stop them is going to be a foul.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be slapping at their arms and would not the ball, because the ball is going to be way up out of reach.
Right.
So you need to, instead of trying to be on top of them like we are normally,
right,
you need to be in front of them.
But Tyler Cannon's going to come in, and Jace LaPointe's going to sit because he's picked up 2 fouls already. And we're only halfway through the first quarter. And
Amari Rose is going to try to get underneath Bamilla.
Yeah. Patello comes to the bench. Egan Gill has checked into the lane into the game.
Who got
for
those
Feehan.
2 points?
The free throws?
Yeah.
It was Patello. Aruda fighting for the rebound, ball on the floor. They're going to call the jump ball, and it's going to go to Wareham. Jump ball, Viking possession. Oh, taken away on the inbound, but knocked away. Goes out of bounds off Webster. They were trying to get it to Rose.
Do you think double teaming would help?
Maybe, but then you leave somebody open. You need to change it up. Going to the hoop's not going to work. Not against the 6'9" defender.
That was Welch, I believe.
Brian Welch with the basket. Timeout, Wareham.
They're walking.
I see it. That's something.
I think we have more cheerleaders than I've seen in a while. Well, it's 3:33. Wareham has 8. And
Feehan's 16, so Bishop Feehan's doubled up the Vikings early.
It's 3:33. Make a wish. My wish didn't work. They were all still short. It's going to be hard to figure out how to.
So here's going to be your key, one of the keys to the game. If and when Bamilla comes to the bench for a rest, you must attack, and you must press the attack, because that's going to be your best opportunity. In the meanwhile, while he is in the game, now right now he's not under the basket, he's at the top of the key, but while he is in the game.
Oh my God, that should be a foul.
Jump ball, Feehan ball. While he is in the game, like I was saying earlier, mid-range jumpers, three-pointers. Like it's really going to be all you can do. On the other side, there's not going to be much you can do offensively because he just towers over everybody.
He didn't even run.
Brody
just
Vanilla.
kind of like skipped.
They also have to keep their frustration in check. Like we said, this is a 7-1 team. Jake Webster. Feehan is undefeated in their conference. You want to see what Wareham's made of, this is the type of game. And, you know, they played a tough one last week against Old Rochester. You know, and when you are a defending champion, everybody's going to come at you. Way up ahead. Rebound, Feehan off the bottom of the hoop. Aruda trying to save it, and does. Keeps it in bounds and gets it over to Rose. Rose coming up the court the other way, kicks it out to Cannon. Cannon looking at a three. Can't get it to fall, but good shot. Nice open look. Aruda with a nice effort.
Not even running to the side of the court. His main focus is going to be covering that basket.
Lucas McNally. And I give Aruda a lot of credit on that last defensive play to hustle down and to get up and try to block that shot. He ended up slapping the glass, but the effort was there. Now Rose up and over.
Oh my God, it was in and out.
It was. Long pass up ahead. Bamilla had taken himself around Cannon. Brody Bamilla. Tavares is in trouble. Has to spin away from 3 defenders. Get out of that zone, give it over to Rose to reset. Rose trying to call Aruda. Aruda's trying to work the screen, but he's kind of like almost hopping on his back. He did a good job not to draw a foul there. Montero's trying to chase down McNally. Lucas McNally. Timeout, Wareham.
2 timeouts for Wareham
in the first quarter.
With a minute left, is 8-26. Feehan was able to put up 10 more points.
It's a 10-0 run currently for the Shamrocks.
Yeah. I'm not sure what they can do. Bo, he was like, I'm defending.
Right.
I can't defend. Like, what am I doing? He has no weight. The weight difference must be massive.
This is almost like an arcade-style game right now, like with the mismatch. Maybe we could throw him some...
it's the final game, and you're playing the final boss.
Right, right. Maybe we can throw him some power-ups out on the court.
Mushrooms. We need
mushrooms. Yes, the Super Mario mushrooms.
Grow the players. The other thing I was thinking about, so he's not going to the full side of the basket. He like goes halfway, then he goes back, Bamia, just to cover the basket. He's gone a couple times, but really they don't need him.
And both.
So he just
and when he
here.
usually does, he gets to the basket very easily and just puts it up with very little effort. He's on the bench right now. Now's the time to press the attack. Now you go to the hoop. But again, blocked.
Fouled.
But fouled. Call it on 21. Shamrock foul on Brian Welch, his first, team second. Tavares is able to pick it up. He's got to kick it out. So here's what I just saw. With their 6'9" forward on the bench, there's now 2 Shamrocks under the basket. Rose driving into the lane. Can't get it to go, a little short. He was working against Benjamin Imani.
33 seconds.
Long pass cross court. Far corner. Gets the 3 to fall. Brian Welch for 3. It is a 21-point lead for Feehan.
Blocking foul against number 2 again. That's the second.
Feehan foul against Egan Gill, his first, team third.
Oh, I guess it wasn't on him the last time?
It was not. I thought it was as well, but they actually called it against Welch. I thought the same thing, Christian. Nice feed to Amari. Amari Rose, right at the basket.
So Wareham has 10 points. It's all Amari Rose.
He kind of leapt up into Rose, but he walk away.
They're
Wareham foul on Amari Rose, his first, team fourth.
They're being a little chippy.
Well, it did look like he kind of jumped into Rose more than Rose leaned into him, but and Amari's going to come out. He looked to be getting a little heated. He was doing a little bit of chatting out there. So
to the crowd, too. The crowd was egging him. I don't know if it was a parent or whatever.
Daniel's talking to him right now, one-on-one, over on the bench.
And that's the end of the first quarter. Wareham 10. Feehan 29. I guess maybe it might be possible if, because he's so big and he wants to slap everything away, if you go up with the ball and twist it so that your hand is the covering, that maybe you can start pulling some fouls on him instead, and maybe we can get him into foul trouble where he's not in the game as much.
Can you still get the ball high enough where you're over his hand as it's outstretched? I get what you're saying.
I don't know.
Personally,
maybe just go up all with your body and don't even put it up.
I don't. Yeah, see,
so
that's
you're looking
that's
for
not
the
a.
foul?
Personally, that's not a strategy I like. I want to earn it. I want to play it earnest. But I understand what you're saying. It's situational basketball. That's what it is. And any team at any level will do that. You know, so if that is what any team chooses to do, I'm not going to criticize them for it. I'm up here for a reason. I am not on the bench. Yeah. I am not in charge of a team.
I just think it's a little bit on the tough side at the moment. So
it's extremely tough. Extremely.
But they're not.
How do you?
They're not running that hard.
Right.
Feehan. I mean, they're situational because of how much speed they have, or height they have. Oh, come on, fall.
Tavares made a nice effort to drive the lane.
They need to anticipate those passes and be there and be in the way, and maybe that can do it too.
Good fast ball movement. Gets it around.
24.
Philip Patello for 3.
Wow, Rose is getting a little bit on the extra physical side.
Where is he? Oh, there he is. I see him.
But he's strong arms.
Yeah, but that's
what going to start them doing it back and forth to each other.
And I'm pretty sure that's what Coach Faneuil was probably talking to him about at the end of the first. Nice effort by Aruda. Gets it away to Rose, and it falls.
And it's a 3.
Amari Rose for 3. Good break by Rose. Amari around. Can't get it to fall, but Rose there for the rebound. Amari steps back for a 3 and sinks it. Amari Rose for 3.
Timeout, Feehan.
Timeout, Bishop Feehan.
I'm wondering if Bamia might need more time to break because of his height.
I don't know, but Wareham's cut the deficit to 16. So we are 1 minute and 20 seconds in, and we put up 6 points.
I want to say 2014, I think we played against Martha's Vineyard one year, and they had a dude who was almost 7 feet tall. Like, he was just, like, massive, but he couldn't run. He could shoot. He could block everything at the basket, but we ran him ragged, and then he had to sit out a lot.
Right. Well, Bamilla's back on the court now after that timeout.
Probably to close the deficit back. It's not a huge deficit. It's 16 to 32. Right. But
first year I covered the boys, they went to the Elite 8 level of the state tournament. And I remember they played Randolph High School. Nice effort by Jace, not only getting the rebound, keeping it in bounds. Tavares going the other way, gets it to fall, no foul.
Nope.
Malachi Tavares. But they matched up against Randolph High School in that round of 8. And it was sort of the same thing that we're seeing here. There was a decided size advantage for Randolph. It was almost like they were playing college students. Like, that was how big they were. And we're kind of getting the same feel tonight. Couldn't get it a little too.
It was a dunk pass.
Can I say it was too high for Bamilla?
He was aiming for the backboard so he could do a dunk. You know,
Feehan just called their second timeout.
He doesn't need a
timeout. Feehan.
He doesn't need to dunk it. He can. He doesn't need to. You don't need to set up all these trick moves or whatever to show how much taller you are. We know you're taller. Show us what a good player you are.
Right.
Not how tall you are. And that would be even more devastating than showing us how many different ways you can dunk it, right?
There's no need to show off.
Wow, look at his hands in comparison to everyone else's hands. When he puts his hands up, his hands are bigger than everyone else's. All right. coming back from the Feehan timeout, 18-32, 6:11 to go.
I don't think I can recall seeing, it definitely hasn't happened often, if at all, that both teams have taken this many timeouts this early in the game. Like, you only get 5 timeouts for the game. Both teams have taken 2 already.
Malachi almost touched the ball.
Cross court. Into the corner. He's going to have to step up and in. And Gill. Egan Gill. Back up to a 16-point lead. And there's Rose. Amari Rose. Makes it 20-34, 5:20 to go in the second.
Wow.
Oh, no. Oh! Brody Bamilla.
I feel bad for that basket. That's the basket that takes the most everything.
Jace needs some help. Tried to get it to Amari.
Amari's running out of breath.
Yeah.
He's doing everything.
You're right. He's been working hard. I mean, he's been the leading scorer for the Vikings so far. Now he's working
Malachi.
a 1-on-2. Malachi Tavares for 3. You know, he was keeping 2 defenders at bay to let Tavares make that shot. Nice kick out. Long 3. Going to be short. Rebound, lost it. Look out, coming from behind.
Foul by number 3.
Agreed. That was a good call. Feehan foul against Samuel Haggerty, his first, team first. He shot and grabbed Tavares as he ran by.
That referee is very loud. I like him. A lot of times we have to guess.
I know. You know, I brought it up at a game earlier this year. Tyrell Pyers on the floor now for the Vikings. That, you know, we have no way to communicate with them. They have no mics. Long football pass up ahead, knocked away by Rose. Tavares now in control, coming back up the other way. Going to work against Bamilla, drive the baseline, kick it out to Pyers. Pyers bounces it over to Rose. Tight coverage for Feehan. Rose trying to find some space. That's going to be short and off the rim. Bamilla with the defensive rebound, up ahead. Working against the point, and that falls.
Number 3.
For Sam Haggerty. Sam Haggerty.
Long 3.
Amari Rose for 3. It's 26-38, 3:50 to go in the second.
We need 12 points to tie.
Up ahead. Baseline. No look pass back in. That was dangerous.
Delay of game warning against.
Delay of game warning against Feehan. Probably because he hung on the hoop.
Mm-hmm.
The basket counts for Bamilla. It's 26-40. And I wonder if part of this may be the referees trying to keep this in check too, and kind of like.
It's not. This isn't the NBA.
Right.
Not every basket can be.
Right.
A dunk.
You're sort of. And that was a late contact. Like, that ball had already left, and they came up and put a shoulder into Malachi. So they're sort of telling him without telling him, like, cool it. You know, keep it in check, keep it in control. It's great you're good. It's great that you're able to show your skill, but at the same time, now Bamilla with a 3, and that's going to be a little long. Tavares, nice effort, takes it away from Webster, but it goes out of bounds.
But you can see they're getting fired up. That can be bad.
Air ball. Good effort to save it. Brody Bamilla. 42-26, 2:43 and counting. Rose fighting 2 Feehan defenders.
And the foul's going to be against 23.
Feehan foul against Lucas McNally, his first, team second. Not only is Amari out of breath, but he's got to be sore too. They're kind of hammering him. Long pass to Rose. It was Webster coming up to contest it.
Three-pointer Rose.
Amari Rose for 3. Now Amari's got to keep his emotions in check because while he's sinking these threes, he is gesturing to the bench, not the bench, the crowd. So you don't want to get called for taunting.
And also, you don't want to piss off the guys that are already hammering you.
Montero gets the rebound. Montero showing his speed coming up the other way, feeding Tavares. Tavares steps around a defender. That's going to be over the basket.
Knocked out of bounds by Pyers. Pyers needs to use some of his muscle there because he's a really solid player. Plus, he's got the football knowledge. He could take a couple of hits from these guys.
Got to keep your balance, though, you know. I think that was Webster.
5, yep.
Jake Webster. It was knocked out of Pyre's hand from behind, so it's going to be Wareham's ball. Clean play. Got nothing but basketball. Rose with the inbound, hands it off to Tavares. Tavares finding space, but again, Bamilla able to knock that down. Up ahead. Nice cut move inside to get around Rose, and Haggerty takes it to the basket. Sam Haggerty.
29-46. It's a lot.
1:20 to go in the quarter.
Malachi. Woo! 3-pointers.
Malachi Tavares for 3.
The only scorers for Wareham are Malachi and Amari.
I called that out in the Old Rochester game, too. That you need to get some other players involved. Montero.
Woo!
Nice move.
Stop.
That was a great move.
Malachi Tavares.
Malachi Tavares.
That was a great
long
assist
pass the other
by
way.
Cisco.
Bamilla goes up to get it. Oh! Okay, incidental contact. That was just... They get tangled up.
He was trying to get up, and he walked over him.
Shamrock foul against Brody Bamilla, his first, team third.
They're taking Bamilla out. Referee's talking to him, though.
I think the coach is upset that they called a foul on him. Looks like he's trying to defend him. But either way, Bamilla's on the bench. Opportunity for Wareham.
In 45 seconds.
Hey, you know what? If you can get some momentum going.
Any is better than none.
And feel good going into halftime. As Tavares puts up a little floater. Can't get that to fall. Shot clock's off now and the ball is in Feehan's hands. They're going to push it up. Working against the point. Oh, he tried behind the back. He lost control of it, but he able to get it back, get it up to Montero. Montero's driving in, going to pull back. He had that nice spin move a couple possessions ago to get away from 2 defenders. The way he hit the brakes was impressive.
Daniel's yelling one shot. Foul. It's not going to be
foul against Jake Webster, his second, team fourth.
It's not going to be enough to put them into foul trouble.
No. But I like what Daniel's saying about one shot. Don't give him an opportunity to run it back. You know, I hate to say it, this is as close as it's been in a while. Rose gets the basket. Amari Rose. Rose is holding his midsection. I'm a little concerned about that. Feehan gets the last shot off, but it's no good. Like I said, he's been hammered.
I just think he's been hammered,
he has.
He's just way out of breath.
You know, halftime's coming at a good time for the Vikings. Your halftime score, it's 36-46. Feehan on top. All right, back at halftime, Matt Lynch, Christian Fernandez with you on Wareham Sports. It's a 10-point Feehan lead as we are a couple minutes away from getting the second half underway. Christian, a couple things to talk about in this game, huh?
Wareham put in 26 points, and Feehan only put in 17.
So the momentum went the way for the Vikings in the second half. A lot of Feehan's damage was done in the first quarter, as the Vikings are now coming out of the locker room.
Well, one of the things we noticed is Bamia, who is their main source of all the damage,
right.
He has to keep sitting on the bench.
Yeah.
And that last quarter, he actually did a lot of things like hanging on the basket and doing some excess things that causing the referees to watch him.
The hanging on the basket actually caused the officials to give a delay of game warning against Feehan.
So if he does that again,
yeah,
it could be huge. It could be a technical, or
right.
Is that what happens? Technical?
Yeah, you can get a tech for hanging on the rim like that.
So they gave a warning, so he can't do that anymore. But, you know, it coming out like you're Shaquille O'Neal going, yeah, smash you, like whatever.
Well, and
he's tall.
I get it. He's almost 7 feet tall. He's 6'9". He's making it look very easy. He plants himself under the basket, which is a natural place for him to be. I'm not criticizing that. That's strategy. That's you're playing to your players' strengths. And, you know, all he has to do is reach up, and he can very easily swat the ball away as the Vikings are going to the hoop.
That you're not,
right?
Like when you're like a WWE wrestler doing it, and you're like slamming the team, and you're getting in their face about it. You're just going to get everyone angry, and then it's just going to be everyone's going to be hitting each other.
Well, and we were talking during the break, Christian, and you made an excellent point. You know, you singled out Amare, but the same can be said for the entire team. You have to play smart, not angry. Keep your emotions in check. Play your game. You know, we saw what happened against Rochester when the Vikings were taken out of their element. Now, Feehan's starting the second half with possession and a 10-point lead.
And Bamia right under or near 2.
Again, I talk about what I'd like to see. You know, now right now, this is an offensive possession for, and again, that's why he's there. You know, he's there to get those rebounds, just like Crossan was for us.
The crowd, they're screaming when he missed. I think they're going to try to get under his skin a little bit.
Well, now you have to show maturity as a player and be able to block that noise.
But they were doing it to us.
Correct.
So,
and it is part of the game, I get it.
24 for 3.
Philip Patello for 3. So now we'll go back to what I said, what I'd like to see offensively as we go in the transition. And right now, Bonilla's back on the other side. As you said, Christian, he really focuses about defending, but this time he stayed on the offensive side of the court. Brody Vanilla. Ruda picks up his second foul. Wareham foul against Bo Ruda, his third, team first. Brody Vanilla at the line, shooting 1. Bo's going to come to the bench because he's got 3 fouls on him already, so Tyrell Pyers checks back in.
Bamia was holding his knee a little bit, and he pointed at the coach.
Bamilla taps that, takes it away. Spin move short, gets his own rebound and puts it in. Brody Bamilla. Lead is 18, almost to 20 again.
And it's only been a minute 10.
Yeah.
Was it a step out of bounds? I completely missed it.
He must have. Christian, we really didn't go over points leaders, but
well, I said it a little bit last quarter. It's Amari. Oh my God!
It's Amari and Tavares. It's Rose and Tavares. Is that on Webster? Because that's Webster's third.
Yeah.
Feehan foul against Jake Webster, his third, team first. So you can't become
both number 5s have
yeah.
3 fouls.
Can't become one-dimensional offensively, you know. So they're going to have to start getting some other players involved in the scoring, or they're just going to zero in on Rose and Tavares and take them out of it. Tavares tried to get it to ride the rim.
Amari Rose.
Amari Rose. Rose got the rebound and the putback. That's a good block by Montero. Feehan got it back, draws a foul.
110. Pyres.
Wareham foul against Tyrell Tyres, his first, team second. Was it on a shot? No, they're taking it to the baseline.
Yeah, it was a stuck basket.
That's what I thought. You know, but it almost looked like they were lining up at the key for a minute, so I just wanted to be sure.
Foul against Malachi.
Wareham foul against Malachi Tavares, his first, team third. Feehan 2 away from being in the bonus. Vamilla working against the point. Brody Vamilla. The point weaving through traffic, coming up the other way.
Foul against.
Wareham foul against Jace LaPointe, his third, team fourth. Feehan able to draw the charge.
It's going to start getting worse. We have several players with 3 fouls now.
Mm-hmm.
Steve's saying, you can pretty much say, why'd you do it? You didn't have to do it that way.
Brody Vamilla. Rose trying to shake the defender off. Steps up, mid-range jumper off the rim. Patella with the rebound. Patella takes the feed from Vamilla. Vamilla gets the rebound off the shot and puts it in. Brody Vamilla. It's 38-60, coming up on 5 to play in the third quarter. Sorry. Rose for 3. That's going to be. Yeah.
He got a piece of it.
He did.
24.
Patello definitely got a piece of it. Lucas McNally for 3 from the top of the arc.
There are lots of scorers on the Feehan team. Timeout, Wareham.
Timeout, Wareham. But see, that's what's frustrating, Wareham, is they are spreading it around. They're spreading the points. You know, so everybody on the floor for Feehan is a threat.
We haven't seen Colin Curry, but Egan Gill has points. Samuel Haggerty has points.
Mm-hmm.
Jake Webster has points.
Mm-hmm.
Brian Welch has points. Lucas McNally has points. Philip Patello has points. And, of course, Brody Vamilla has points. When you look at Wareham, Amari Rose and Malachi Tavares only have points.
Yeah.
There isn't anyone else. And I'm not saying they're not trying. It's just that it's just not.
Oh, they definitely are. But this is where you're missing Aaron Cody. Cody's a veritable scoring threat. He's a three-point shooter.
He's a two-point shooter.
Yes.
But he's also, where are my players?
Right. Right.
He's the passer. He's the change-up person.
He's got the court awareness, the court vision.
And the assists.
Right.
And we need another one of those.
That's why I'm hoping that even though he can't come back and play, if he's able to attend the games, attend practices, he can help guide and mold these young players. And, you know, there's only so much you can teach, and then the rest is talent. You know, and this team has talent.
That was close.
Tavares, nice spin move, but it goes off his foot. Saved by Pyres.
Tyrell Pyres did a little twisting on one foot.
There's a nice move by Rose to score a basket. Amari Rose. Deficit is
a lot.
23? 23. 63-40. 4:15 to go in the fourth. Cross court. That's for three, and Pyers gets the rebound and quickly passes it off to Tavares. Cannon went to the floor. Malachi was working against the double team, and he draw the foul.
And that was
Feehan foul against Philip Botello, his first, team second. Malachi Tavares at the line, shooting 2.
And that's what I was saying. If they just go up with the ball, hold it all the way, don't lay it up.
Yep.
Force them to foul you because you know they're going to.
Right.
Because if you just shoot it when you're that close, it's not going in because they can easily slap it away.
Right.
But if you go up with it, with a layup, you're pulling that foul because they're going to try to block you because they've been doing it all game.
Pamela gets the rebound as Tavares' second free throw is short. Good play by Cannon, but Haggerty gets it in. Sam Haggerty. Rose driving into the paint. Can't get it to go. Got his own rebound, though. Going to have to peel back outside the arc, get a reset. Kicks it up to Montero, who drains a 3. There we go. Cisco Montero for 3. First player not named Rose or Tavares to score points. Now we need a little more of that. Let's spread it up. That was a no-doubter, too. That was like nothing but net.
Can't let that happen, though.
Brian Welch. Rose drives in, draws a foul. Away from the basket.
Rose needs to be careful, though.
Feehan foul against Lucas McNally, his second, team third. Aruda coming back in, LaPointe coming back in for Wareham.
Pyers sitting down.
Had to get Cannon back over to the near side. He was on the wrong side. He had to switch up.
Way short.
Way short.
Long 3, outside.
It was more of a push than a shot.
Number 1, there's his 3 points.
Colin Curry for 3. Wasn't he one of the only people you said hadn't scored for Feehan?
There was a few other people, but he was the first person I said.
Well, he's at the top of the roster. He's got a low number.
Now we just need Benjamin Amani, Felon Duffy.
Feehan foul against Colin Curry, his first, team fourth. Jace LaPointe at the line, shooting 2.
So there's only 5 players who haven't scored on Feehan.
Amari's discussing something with one of the officials. He was going over shooting motions. So I'm not sure what he needed clarification on something.
When he was going for the 3-pointer, it fell way short because one of the other players fouled him. He's saying it was a tough call. So
LaPointe gets both. Makes it 46-70 with 2:27 to go in the third.
And now Jace is on the board.
Good. There you go. Curry. That's short. Rose is going to bring it back up the other way for the Vikings. Puts on the brakes. Working against 2 defenders, goes off the side of the backboard and into the hands of the Shamrocks.
I know we don't want Amari injured, but like I said, we need to stop doing the pop shots and just go pull the fouls.
Aruda able to chase that down before it goes out of bounds. Rose kicks it out to LaPointe. LaPointe tried to drive the baseline, had to pull back. LaPointe to the free throw line. Nice feed to Aruda. Bo Aruda. Now the Vikings are starting to spread it around. 48-70, 128 and counting in the third. This is more what we're used to seeing from Wareham. Brian Welch for 3. Rose.
Answers with his own 3.
Amari Rose for 3. Feehan's slowing it down a little bit now. They're going to use the clock. Inside to Bamilla. Bamilla turns around, posts up. And on the second effort, gets it to fall. Brody Bamilla. Rose has it knocked away by Bamilla. Bamilla coming up the other way.
Chase, get in front of him.
And he went around him and slammed it home. Brody Bamilla. 77-51, 23 seconds left in the quarter. Tavares steps around, feeds Aruda.
And Aruda is knocked down hard.
And I like what Aruda did because he went up and then pulled it down to get Bamilla to commit to the defense. And then went up again, and Bamilla fouled him. Feehan foul against Brody Bamilla, his second team limit.
Unfortunately, it's team limit at 18.8 seconds.
Bo Aruda at the line shooting 2. Montero coming back in. Cannon is going to go to the bench. Aruda misses both of them. The point, able to get the rebound and keep it in bounds, but oh, he was in trouble. Rose was out of position, forced out of position by 2 defenders. Nice little move by McNally to put it in. Lucas McNally. Tavares feeding Rose. He didn't. They're counting it.
They're counting the basket.
Basket is good by Amare Rose. And at the end of 3, it's 79-53. Feehan. I'm actually impressed that they listen to him because usually when there are some officials that if the kids start taking the complaints to him, they just shut them down.
Yeah.
Or call technicals on him.
Well, I think with 3 referees, you can at least ask.
Yeah.
It wasn't like yelling and screaming at them and calling them stupid. He was just asking. So Wareham put in 17 points that quarter, but Feehan put in 33.
Long hill to climb if they're going to get back into this game. As we start the 4th quarter. Amare finds Aruda at the base. Good block, good defense, forces him to kick it out. LaPointe goes, gets the basket and a foul. Jace LaPointe. Feehan foul against Benjamin Imani, his first, team first. Jace LaPointe at the line, shooting 1.
The Mia's on the bench.
Yeah, I think Imani usually comes in for him.
In and out.
Jace Ofer at the 3-throw line. No, that's not true. Didn't you say he had free throws earlier in the...
Yeah, 2.
Yeah, okay. I apologize then. I was not right.
Nice. Bo Aruda steals that ball, but...
Little too much for Montero to handle.
It was behind him. He had to turn around and try to grab it. The bounce passes are really tough to get under control.
Imani gets the rebound and draws a foul.
Well, Imani hasn't been to the line yet, so...
Wearing foul against Jace LaPointe, his 4th, team first.
His 4th.
Benjamin Imani at the line, shooting 2. Yeah, LaPointe's in big foul trouble now. One more, and he's out of the game. They make him take the wristband off?
Yeah.
Why?
No jewelry.
Imani's first one short off the front of the rim. Sinks the second one.
I guess the foul was worth it.
80-55, Feehan. A little bit of contact and grabbing there by Imani on LaPointe as he tried to go by.
Cisco Montero.
Yes! Cisco Montero for 3.
There's that heart we said.
Yeah. He's hit a couple of those corner threes tonight, made it look good. No bouncing, no rattling, just straight in. Oh, nice break by Tavares, trying to take that away.
Nice.
And good, forces up the bad pass. LaPointe takes it, gonna go the other way, put it up, draw the foul.
What do you mean white one? Green one.
He meant green. Feehan foul against Colin Curry, his second, team second. Jace LaPointe at the line, shooting 2.
White one is on medical. Cannot blame white one. Jace got the first.
Jace trying to get it back to a 20-point deficit. If he sinks this second free throw.
Didn't they
And he
cross the
does.
line at the last, before even Imani was in the middle, before it even left his hands.
60-80 Feehan.
Amari Rose with the rebound.
Rose finding Aruda at the baseline. Bo Aruda.
They've done that a few times. I like that because everyone's focused on Rose and doesn't see Aruda cross down. Jesus.
Egan Gill for 3. Rose, short.
LaPointe had a piece of it.
Nice.
Amari stole it away.
Stolen away by Rose. Into 3 defenders, gets the foul. Feehan foul against Brian Welch, his second, team third.
Amari had against Old Rochester.
Mari Rose at the line, shooting 2.
All those free throws. If I went back to the
Right?
sheet.
Right. I remember it was kind of like a small joke between us, like having to tally up how many he made.
16 points, and he had like 11 successful free throws.
Right. Something crazy. Rose has a second one go in and out.
Yeah, off of Feehan.
Yep. An opportunity here for the Vikings as they're going to hang on to possession. Aruda's going to track that down. There you go. Sort of a lofty inbound. Malachi looked like he wanted to put up a 3, had to pull it down. LaPointe's trying to direct traffic now. LaPointe's going to drive into the lane, give it up to Aruda. Aruda going to get it over to Montero, but it was blocked. That pass was tipped.
Daniel was happy with that because it was looking good. It was just, it hit the Feehan player. So
yeah, they deflected it, and you know that anything can happen once you get a tip. That's ball moving to find Welch right under the basket, who puts it in. Brian Welch.
Malachi going in, fouled by 3, I think.
On the floor, though. Yep, you're right, Christian. Feehan foul against Sam Haggerty, his second, team fourth. Haggerty comes out. Curry back in. Tavares inbounds to Rose. Rose spin around, puts it up and down. Amari Rose. Feehan coming back the other way. Wareham trying to force him to stay on the perimeter. Cross court over to Curry. Curry's working against Montero. Inside now. Curry's going to get a look at a three, and that's going to be off the back of the rim. Jace Lapointe gets the rebound.
Nope.
And Lapointe's going to bring it back up court. Feehan hustling back to get the zone set up under the basket. Rose takes the handoff. Rose goes up and under and in.
All right, that fixed it.
Amari Rose. 85-67, halfway through. Stolen away by Lapointe. Lapointe's coming up the other way. Wareham's starting to roll. Lapointe puts it down. Jace Lapointe. Timeout, Feehan.
So we apologize to everyone out there. We had a technical difficulty. The computer decided it didn't want to be an extended. And it immediately went to mirror so we could see everything that she was doing. So it happens sometimes, but we're good.
The computer decided.
Just make sure that the score matches.
It's 69-85, Feehan on top with 3:40 to go in the fourth. So the computer decided to stop computering?
Yes. Just whoop.
Philip Botello for three. Now, that's never happened before in the history of technology. Rose, nice spin move to keep it with it. Tries to go up and under, but no good. Traveling Wareham ball. Oh, the inbound is blocked, but it goes out of bounds off of Feehan, so Wareham will get a fresh try at that. That's how yep. Well, I think. Feehan foul against Philip Botello. His second team limit. Jace Lapointe at the line, shooting two. All right, so now we got an opportunity. Wareham's in the bonus with 3:22 to go in the fourth.
I apologize also. My record keeping, I lost a couple of scoring points or whatever.
Our stat sheets are always unofficial anyways. You know, it just kind of gives us talking points. We do our best to keep track for the students, you know, and give them credit. They have definitely earned it.
He got both.
Yes, it did. It's 71-88. As Feehan brings it up, Feehan
Wareham down by 17 with 3:18 to go.
Yeah, and Feehan's definitely going to try to slow it down and grind the clock now. Off the rim. Feehan tried to get the rebound, but Rose able to take it away from Webster. Rose can't get that to fall. Aruta's right there for the rebound. Good job on him. The ball's on the ground. And they're going to call jump. I think Amari's upset because the Feehan player was on his legs.
Like, tackled him.
Couldn't have delay there. I mean, I know they called the jump ball, but, you know, they weren't locked up. Brody Vamilla. Rose airballs it. Rose is walking a little gingerly, but he's been out there for most of the game. He's tired, he's sore.
We're gonna put in the bench players just to play.
Is that Miller again with the rebounding? Yep. Brody Vamilla.
No shot. Timeout.
Timeout, Wareham. Tyrell Pyers, Braden Cannon, Jadarius Pyers, Darren Gomes. And who is the fifth? Oh.
You're on me.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
The fifth
they put
is
their
Robbie
bench
Orange,
players
who's going to
too.
inbound. And yeah, full swap out for Feehan as well. Coming up on 2 minutes to play in the game, and Feehan on top, 92-71. Curry going to get the rebound, come back the other way. That shot is short, but Benjamin Imani got his own rebound and put it in on the second effort. It's on the floor, and Imani picks it up. Over to Curry. A lot of moving the ball around, trying to find a soft spot in that perimeter. That's taken away by the Vikings. Nicely done. Up ahead to Orn. Orn at the baseline is going to lose it, and it's going to go out off of him.
I think it was knocked off of him by the Feehan player, but.
Curry has it in his hands. Thought about taking a shot, but pulled it down. 3-second violation against Feehan.
One minute.
Pyers hands it off to Orn. Orn over to Tyrell Pyers. Tyrell has it blocked from behind and out of bounds.
Even their bench players are tall.
Yeah, no. I mean, we looked over the sheet and the stats, and you're right. Like, there is a decided advantage for Feehan. And a lot of these kids are underclassmen, which means they're still growing. Curry for three. Calling Curry for three. 97-71, 22 seconds left in the fourth. Tyrell Pyers at the top of the arc. Works inside. He gets it back, puts up a three, and that falls. Tyrell Pyers for three.
4 seconds. They're going to say hold the ball.
Yeah, I was wondering if they might try to get the 100, but a pretty decided victory for Feehan tonight. Your final score, Bishop Feehan 97, Wareham 74. Thank you for coming out tonight, everyone, and for helping to support Wareham High School athletics. Please have a safe ride home. Good night.